we got set configuration data on the new manga set. Now make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more content. So this came from Twitter, and I find that this is very interesting. So the manga set, keep in mind, this is supposed to be the first time that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is going to be getting manga rares. Now, what in the heck are manga rares? Well, go take a look at One Piece, for example. It's where they post pictures of the manga panels in the background of the card, or they, you know, use what Yu-Gi-Oh's version is supposed to be, which is going to be just the cards featured from the mangas, which is kind of interesting because you gotta remember, in the manga, Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards look much different. They look a little bit darker, actually, but I mean, I never would have guessed a darker toned story would bring completely dark-oriented fashion to the game. So, we know so far that I guess this is supposed to be a 100-card set with 45 super rares and 55 ultra rares. This feels very familiar with some of the older set structuring that we have. Obviously, you know, the ultra rares being a higher number than the super rares is fine. Actually, I feel like this is a configuration that they've used in the past for like the special luxury products at the end of the year. But okay, 38 of these 100 cards will come in Prismatic Secret Rare, and 10 of those cards will come in Overframe and Extended Art. Okay, 10 new cards will be included as Overframe and Extended Art cards. Are we only... Oh, okay, well, first of all, 20 cards will be overframes and extended arts the way that this looks, but it will be 10... I'm reaching here based on the wording on this, but I'm assuming it's going to be 10 original cards will be overframes and 10 new cards will be overframes. So if we're only getting 10 new cards in this set, that's, I guess, pretty disappointing. I was hoping that there would be, you know, a little bit more to this. Now, 10 of the ultra rares will come in Grandmaster rares. I like that. So this is where we get back into the serialized numbering here as well. 10 of the ultra rares have overframe extended arts. Hold up here. How many overframes are you doing in? Okay, so 10 of those will have overframe extended arts. So I assume that the ultras and the prismatics will probably end up being the same cards. So if you look back at the way that they did the prismatic, the heroes and what's it called, the cards that were available in Overframe were available as those overframes in both Ultra and Secret Rare, but also were available in Grandmaster Rare. So that's pretty interesting. So 10 of those ultra rares will have overframes and extended arts. Now, 30 of the ultra rares, so 25 cards will not have the manga styling versions. So 30 of these ultra rares will have the manga style card, which can come in both monochrome and color variants. Oh boy. We're back to the blurple berries, the schnoz berries, and the kelp berries. So for those of you that don't remember, Yu-Gi-Oh! Loves to do this colored name thing, which for some reason or another is an attractive selling point to the player base. And I don't understand this because, like, especially if these manga style cards are going to be, you know, what I want to assume would be the white background and the basic stuff. I feel like having a red, blue, you're going to take away from that manga styling effect. And that's just kind of disappointing to me. But both monochrome and color variants, how many of these manga rares, I guess the question becomes, how easy will these manga rares be to acquire? Are you going to make these so gosh darn hard to pull that, we're going to be struggling to try to even see these? Or is this just going to be a case of, we're going to print so many different color variations of them that they will be readily available for you to get? They are not doing any favors on these manga style cards. Like, it's really cool that they're hyping up. They're like, oh, you can get manga cards. Like, this is great. But with the way that this is feeling so far, and I don't want to be like super sad about this, but it sounds like they're going to be pretty common. And I don't know if I guess we can't like keep having every one of these rarities be a luxury rarity, but the fact that, you're creating these cards and you're going, well, here's all of your color variants is fine. And of course, 14 of these super rares will come in ultimate and collector rares. So that's pretty interesting. Second figuration for this is actually kind of looking like a banger. And I say that because, like, your Grandmaster Rares being available in a set means that this set is going to be massively opened. And I guess your trade-off for wanting to have this set opened into literal oblivion is by producing and having these manga-style cards be chase available options for the player base. I wish we had more info on this. If we're only going to get 10 new cards, period, and that would leave us with 90 potential reprints, I would assume that there will be more than just 10 new cards in this set. Because truly, if they're just going to pump 10 in here, that would leave us behind. But if you look at the Heroes and, the Rivals set, there was more than just 10 new cards available in there. There was actually a decent amount within that set. So I do think that they are going to, pump this set up very, very nicely. Now, as the days have been going here, as you've noticed, guys, we are in the 30th anniversary. This is month 2, and they've already announced a manga style set, an entire new manga rarity, and so forth. You've got 10 months left. Probably got 12, 22 months left. It depends on how long they want to pump the 30th anniversary. They tend to like doing this stuff for years at a time, but keep in mind, you're only in original Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now. There's nothing that says, we can't spin around after this. I mean, they could make this 6 years. They could do a year dedicated to every manga. Next year they could do GX. The next year after that they could do, there's a lot of other stories that they could do, but they're focusing down on Kazuki's work right now. They're making sure that, the original story is being nostalgic. They're giving very, very good upgrades to things. Look at the Mind Shuffle deck. Look at the new Toon support, though the Toon support, I really wish we got more cards, but it's fine. Look at Joey's Time Wizard alternative storyline deck. Like, they've only opened the door on this so far, and you're already getting some very, 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 very strong things. Also, to the people that are going to be like, well, Robbie, where do you think we can pre-order this set? eBay. I'm going to tell you, I don't know why that becomes a very common question when these sets come out. Obviously, the question is, go to eBay. Go look around, see if you can get a cheaper price, but I hate to tell you guys this, but the reality of the situation is going to eBay and wait until set release. These will probably be 100 to 120 a box, like the Heroes and the Rivals were on pre-order, or on release, one of the two, give or take. I think the set has the same working configurations as that set, so I think you're going to be seeing that transition over very, very nicely for this style product. So we'll see where this is going to go, but actively, I think that's what you're going to be seeing. So, manga cards, check. Return of Overframes and Grandmaster Rares. Looks like they're not going to pummel these into the ground, which is good. I mean, I like that the Grandmaster Rares aren't available in core sets. I like that they can kind of space these out. And I like the way that they're doing what we're going to call these luxury products. You know, they definitely are bringing out a lot of the cool stops to these cards, and they're keeping it very flavorful with the way that the game is. And honestly, I gotta give it to Konami. Like, this is actually kind of a win for them for once. So please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here in a day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.